Hey everyone, if you are viewing this, then you're probably, like myself, a Facebook member and have been following the latest goings-on regarding the Facebook Terms of Service and what Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook's founder and CEO, has written regarding, first of all, their initial change in terms of service and their switch back to the terms of service before the change. If you don't know what I'm talking about, essentially Facebook had said if you cancel your Facebook account, then they can and will retain your records. That's your photographs, notes, other information that you've uploaded that one can upload through their Facebook account. This started a hue and cry throughout the blogosphere, the vlogosphere, of people saying this isn't right. And fortunately, Zuckerberg and his staff reversed. Now, in reading what Zuckerberg wrote, I was struck by one sentence where he noticed or took note that Facebook had 176 million members, which, if it were a country, would make it the 6th largest country in the world. To which I thought, does that mean that Zuckerberg is actually a dictator? Because we didn't elect him. This terms of service issue didn't come up by a vote from us as members. It wasn't changed because of a vote from us. And Zuckerberg didn't put the matter out to a vote to begin with. So Mark Zuckerberg made a decision that we all hated, now we all like, which puts him in the position of being a benevolent dictator. But let's face it, what Facebook was about to do was, to me, an example of taking advantage of the stupid and just plainly overstepping bounds. Now, Susan Merritt, in her blog, and actually was noted on the New York Times, said this was a champion for the, or rather a victory for the people, and an example of the power of the blogosphere online. I agree only to a certain point. Suppose Zuckerberg decided not to reverse his decision. Where would we have been? What could anyone have done? What could they have, and would they have actually walked with their feet? I mean, this isn't the first time that we've had a controversy regarding how Facebook handles its material. Remember how Facebook treated Robert Scoble when he figured out a way to take all of his information and transfer it over to Plaxo, and they yanked his account? So in a sense, now they were trying to do, they being Facebook, what they were getting after Robert Scoble for doing and taking all the information he amassed and using it for himself. Only on a much larger scale, like 176 million. But suppose they stuck with their decision. Remember, not too long ago, in fact, almost a year ago last year, we had the matter of the case of Google versus Viacom, or Viacom versus Google, since Viacom actually sued Google YouTube. And one of the outcomes of that case was a decision by U.S. District Court Judge Louis Staten in New York, where he basically allowed Viacom to use its data and share that data with, for example, the Chinese government, if they wanted to find out who among them was producing videos or blog information that was critical of the Chinese government. They could actually locate that person's IP address and go to their geographic area by that IP address, find them, and possibly kill them. And I believe very recently similar actions did happen within China to dissident bloggers and vloggers. So all this happened, but you didn't hear a hue and cry from the blogosphere causing, for example, Judge Louis Staten to turn around and reverse his decision, or the Chinese government to say, we're wrong and we won't do this. Suppose Zuckerberg were like the Chinese government, or suppose Zuckerberg were like Judge Louis Staten. Think about it. Zuckerberg is a benevolent dictator, but it does not discount Facebook's power. The clear lesson here is in managing your digital identity as a people. I've said this before. Sometimes the large groups of people, that the way you protect what goes online starts with what you put out. But even then, there is that gray area, and it's a gray area wherein if someone else takes a photograph of you, it's their photograph under their control about you, and you can really do nothing about it. it can go on, if it goes on their blog and it's not properly protected or seeded, if you will, it could go on Google's image files and it can be downloaded because technically it's in the public domain. If you find it, nothing can be done. You could try, you could take something down, Google would help you, but sometimes they're effective and sometimes they're not. So it's still a gray area out there, and you really have to be careful, not just what you put out, but in the end of the day, also, we really have to tighten the laws so that organizations that become as powerful as Facebook has become are still legally responsible in some way for responding to your requests regarding how you want your digital identity to be presented. And it shouldn't matter if it came from you, but if it's about you, you should have some say in the matter. I think that's where we are at right now.